Now, real estate's been a bit boring with technology in the last 5 or 10 years, and the best kept secret app for tenants is out. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good morning, all. How are we?
Good morning.
This is real estate's best kept secret. It's changed the world. Tenants finding properties. I've worked with the app a little bit myself over the last 12 months. I have to say it's a fantastic piece of technology. We brought on Kira to give us a little bit of a rundown. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on.
Pleasure. We're really excited. Do you want to, I didn't mention what the app was called, I don't think. Do you want to tell us a little bit more?
Absolutely. So the app, ironically, is called Tenant App. So Tenant App was an actual physical app that you could download. It launched back in 2018, and we call it the best kept secret in real estate is the market actually found this app before the agents did. So we launched this a few years ago, and since 2018, we've had more than 1 million downloads around Australia, and Tenant App sits within the top 4 lifestyle apps to be downloaded here in Australia. So yeah, it's
huge.
Great. It's caused great traction in the marketplace. So yeah, we're really just getting the message out that if you're not on it, go on there and have a look. Yeah.
With no marketing. That is massive.
Yeah.
Why? How? Like, what's happened? Why has it been so popular?
It's been popular pretty well because of the technology that has been put behind it. So it's launched in conjunction with Inspect Real Estate, and we are a real estate software company. So we support agents in that space, particularly in the property management area. And what we did is we realized there was a bit of a gap for the tenants. So agents had all this support and all this technology, but tenants were struggling to keep up with the level of inquiries that they were making, the inspections they wanted to make, and ultimately they were operating and trying to find properties on their own accord. They were doing it in their inboxes, on their SMSs, calling people, keeping their own diaries. And a part of Tenant App was we decided to build out what is called a property tracker. So ultimately, it's a very smart piece of technology that allows them to completely follow their property seeking journey from looking at properties through to managing their inquiries, talking to agents, booking inspections, applying, and then ultimately securing their next property.
Which is juggling a lot of, I think logistically, if you think about it, it's a lot of work for a prospective tenant. And at any one time, there's a lot of those guys out there looking for stuff. So this will just collate all of that information for them, and in terms of the capacity of property tracking, but then it'll take them through that journey to when they found something. And it's an app for free?
Yes, free app. Yeah, and we just launched in January, which is why this traction's picking up, the actual website version of this app. So we've purely been just an app for the last couple of years, and now we''t got the web version as well because there was a call out there to have both, because people either like it on their phone or they want to sit away. So we have both options now available for them.
Yeah, got it.
I mean, to put that into perspective, an agent does this 38 hours a week, full time. On the flip side, managing multiple properties, multiple applications, making sure that inspection times are up and things like that. So to flip it around for a tenant to be looking at all these different properties, putting applications in everywhere, running around on a Wednesday and Saturday, it's a lot of work to try and work out of a diary or a system that's not in place.
Yeah, it is. And there's a lot of key features in the actual app itself. So we found that a lot of people, when they're looking in a particular area, they only have that one day to go and have a look at things. So they're coming in from interstate or out of town. They might be moving, and they don't have 7 days of the week to go and see all these properties. So we've built in smart technology that allows them to book inspections based on the times those inspections are booked. So they put in or it could be a 2-bedroom unit, looking at Northern Beaches or wherever it might be. And then within the app will then find all of the properties that suit that specification, and it'll give you the runtime. So you can build out the best run for yourself as a tenant to make it as efficient as possible to get to as many properties as you need to get to. Yeah. So yeah, it's got a lot of smart features like that to help them.
To get that much traction to be that successful, you guys have obviously addressed the pinpoints of what is important for tenants. You've taken some of the pain points, some of the pinch points, I should say, not pinpoints, pinch points for tenants, and you've taken those and just made it all easier. So those pinch points, if we could just talk about those very quickly for tenants, would be, one of the things I loved was you could rank, so you could actually make notes and rank all of these properties. So after you've naturally selected the ones that you like, you can then start ranking them and commenting them on your dashboard.
Absolutely. And you can also create groups. So if you're applying as a family or as a group of friends or however that works, each of you can set up your profile and create your, family group. And as you're looking at properties, each person, it pulls into that group. You can make notes to each other. You can remember what you've seen or what you want to apply for. So it kind of eliminates that double up of work that you're doing with friends, and it helps you get a clearer picture of where you want to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so lots of help for them. And it is, as you were saying, those pinch points for tenants. We, as from the agency side of things, can struggle to really understand the clear pinch points that they have because they're not willing to tell us because they themselves don't quite understand. And a lot of the feedback that we've been collating when we're talking to these property seekers is that feeling of not being supported. They're constantly missing out on properties and they don't know why. And it can come down to, at the bones of it, that they're missing out because they're not hitting it fast enough. They're not getting their applications in soon enough. They don't understand that there was already an inspection that they missed. So that it just gives that clear transparency for them so that they can support themselves in the best way possible to give them the best chance to get something, because we all know in real estate at the moment, we're looking at this oversaturation of tenants and this undersupply of properties. And there are certain areas this isn't happening, but on the whole across Australia, we're hearing about this fight for tenants. So we want to be able to support them as much as we can to help them out.
Yeah, got it. With this, I guess there's other apps out there. You've got, like, if you're a tenant, you've let's be frank, you've got realestate.com, you've got Domain. What's this app doing above and beyond? I know we've covered some of the things already, but are there any other things that you guys are just head and shoulders above the competitors on that you're really passionate about that it does? Because so far we've got, I love the comparison chart. I love WhatsApp chat on an app for a property. Everyone can make their comment and stuff. What are the other things there that are leading?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of other features, particularly that are in the pipeline being rolled out as well. But recently, we've also launched a concept called Early Bird Alerts. So it's allowing tenants to register for alerts for properties that are coming in pre-market. So agents have the ability to advertise properties prior to hitting those big portals because it is a free portal site for agents. So they're not paying to list. There are other costs associated with the Inspect Real Estate software, but that's irrelevant to this. So they're free to list for them, and tenants can get those alerts so that they get told the instant the property hits the site. They get it into their inbox or as an SMS, depending on how they've elected to receive them. And then it's as easy as clicking that link to open it up. It takes you straight to the platform, whether in the app or on the website. They can book straight away. They can see those inspections, communicate, rank it, and follow that journey through. So those alert systems, we've had, it launched only on the 20th of January. So it's only been 2.5-3 weeks since the launch of Early Bird Alerts. And we've had 159,000 property seekers elect to receive these alerts since it launched.
Wow. That's definitely I think a gap in the market we see on the rental side of things. I don't know if you agree, Mark, but a lot of our owners are launching to what we would call the portals, realestate.com, specifically in our business. There isn't as much off-market, pre-market as there is on the sales side of the business. I've noticed that being a property manager and now moving into a sales assistant role. So I think that's great. You know, opens up the option of owners not paying for marketing as well.
Yeah, and it's giving them an alternative, a different choice and a different way to market their property. So ultimately, we've got the eyeballs of all the tenants that are currently in the space, and we're using that data that we've built up, because the company is 10 years old. So we've built up that data and those connections that agents have already established, and letting them actually use that data. So data is a huge, I guess, key word in real estate. It causes a lot of traction and a lot of questions. So we are a company that deals primarily in data, and the data itself is owned by agents. So we thought, why not help both agents and tenants connect together?
And I guess, and for tenants that are out there, they don't know this, and landlords think it's natural, but I guess a landlord can spend $200 or $300 or $400 just to get their property online and visible with the major portals. And in sales world, that was like $3,000 or $4,000, and I think that was part of the attraction, that you sort of started seeing off market or pre-market, with people were saving money, adding to convenience, and giving buyers what they want. As a matter of fact, we did a survey the other day, and it was over 90% hands down, everyone preferred to buy off-market, pre-market, rather than through a conventional portal. There's a bit of fun that goes into that, you know, or there's a bit of, like, I think you even sometimes will pay more of a premium for that privilege, and now you're bringing that across to rental. That's pretty genius, man. I reckon it's good. It's going to win.
Yeah, and I just saw a comment from Steve Carroll pop up to say
Tinder of real estate.
Property management. Oh God, yes. I mean, if you've ever seen the graph of how Tinder took off, it's actually a really cool piece of data. It was OkCupid was the leading in sort of that relationship space, and Tinder just absolutely took it. So yeah. At the end of the day, there is that concept that Tenant App could be the Tinder of the property management space. That would be a nice little key line for us.
I think that's golden.
So you could take that information that you've got, and actually, like Married at First Sight, you could actually do the matching as well.
So it's using single, that smart AI.
Age, you could do that, and then you could charge for marriages if you're successful.
Well, I reckon it'll be a better reality TV show. I'm not a great reality TV show fan, so yeah. With a company like Inspect Real Estate, if you ever talk to our CEO here, he always says, you know what, we could probably make it happen.
But I think what I've learned from you guys and working with you guys, for people out there to watching, there's no one actually grabbing the data and massaging the data and facilitating the people that are within that database and saying, okay, how can we make life easier for you? And I think it's probably one of the lowest hanging fruits for you guys, and that's why it's been so successful with the tenant community out there, because you guys saw it as an issue, you saw it as a low hanging fruit, you supplied the pathway to, okay, this is how we can make it easy for you, and it's bloody worked. But now it's actually getting the word out there, and exactly. For people that don't know, and I hope I'm okay saying this, but you guys weren't able to market the app over the last year. It exploded, so it did all of that traction with zero marketing, and now the shackles are off. It's you can get the good word out there.
Absolutely, and that's really what we're doing. We're just getting the word out there to let you know that it's there, that it is there to support both agents and tenants. So it is got the smart technology for both sides of that property seeking journey, and really it's just offering people another platform to support them through their property management journey, because the property management space in particular, like you've mentioned, it is something that isn't focused on as much as sales in real estate around Australia, and it's something we've always really supported because it is an industry that is turning over that dollar figure for a lot of real estate offices. It's a crucial part of that cog, so we want to make sure that we can offer a seamless, supportive, tech-driven system for everyone.
I hate to admit it, tenants are the last to feel the love in real estate companies.
And they
if
are.
you look,
And they're the
I hate
loudest.
to admit it. Yeah, and they have the most amount of opinions. If you look at the amount of tenants that are within our business, it's a massive amount compared to buyers and sellers. It's a tremendous amount, and I reckon they should be serviced better than anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great to see something like this. Well done.
Yeah,
Well, like you said,
thank you. We're excited.
It's such a big part of any business, any real estate business. It hits so many huge numbers. If you're looking at a family, couples, huge numbers. So you're right.
Yeah, absolutely. And tenants aren't tenants forever, and agents have recognised that they want to support those tenants through their future property seeking journey. It's one of the Australian real estate dreams to own property one day, and they all have to start somewhere. So if you've introduced people to the market poorly, what's to keep them in it if they're not getting supported from the beginning? So yeah, we want to give those tenants the best chance that they have.
Well done, well done, well done. Everyone out there, I even think if you're not a tenant, you should download the app and suss it out, because you're going to be referring it to your friends and family when they are tenants. Check out the app called Tenant App on your app store, on your I don't know, even if you're on a Samsung, what's the store? Play Store?
Google Play. So Google Play or your app for iPhone.
Google Play Store. Get it. Good luck with it. Good luck with the company. Kira, you guys have been very modest. These guys are one of the most explosive real estate tech companies in Australia, and if they're building something, it's good. We're not paid for any of this plugging, and boy, have we done some plugging this morning. But I'm just really passionate about it. Something there for the tenants. I think it's bloody great.
Yeah, no, we're very excited, and we continue to adapt as the market demands change. So we'll continue to do that with the tenant app as well.
All right, legend. Thank you, Billy. Thank you. Is there anything else anyone wants to add?
No. Great morning minutes. I love this, guys.
I reckon that's the new one-liner though. I'm obsessed with the Tinder of real estate.
Yeah. I'll talk to our marketing team, see if we can
roll it out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Love it. And Kira, you're in Queensland at 6:30 in the morning. Thank you for making the effort. The weather today over there?
Beautiful, sunny. Can't see it. It's too bright. It's gorgeous here.
Don't say that. Sorry. We've lost enough buyers to Queensland in the last year. Now you're putting the knife in and twisting it.
I know. It is a beautiful day though. So come on up.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks,
Billy,
guys.
thank you.
Thanks,
guys. See you guys. Bye.